Hello guys, this is your Green Pig Grow again, talking on your screen. Good afternoon once again, and we want to talk about some of the challenges we are facing about feed price increase every day. We are having increase of prices of food every day, and this has become a challenge to most of the farmers today. This has become a big challenge to most of the farmers today because as they are increasing the price every day, that means you have to step up your budget in order to be able to run your farm smoothly. Because of the increase of these feed prices, some farmers are having headache raising their pig in the way they're supposed to do. So that's why, because we are having all these challenges in the farm, I make some video talking about how we could meet up with these challenges and what we got to do in order to be able to overcome most of the challenges, and how we can manage ourselves and run our farm smoothly and still make the interest that we suppose. Because if we run a farm and we do not make interest, that will be as if we are working in vain. So most of the video I make on how we can battle with these challenges, and if you want to see them, that means you got to subscribe. You have to subscribe in order to see most of the videos that I'm going to drop and see how we got to meet up with the challenges that we are facing. So when you subscribe, that means you will not miss out on any of those videos. You will see all the videos that I'm going to drop and some little tips that we got to put into consideration in order to be able to meet up with the challenges that we are having in our piggery farm and still make some gain with it. Yes, when we are talking about increase of prices in feed, these have become a major challenges to most of the farmers. That's why a lot of people have resorted to formulating their feed. A lot of people have went into some formulating feed. Well, when we talk about formulating feed, some people will do a lot of adjustment. But I want to tell my fans that when it comes to feed of animal feed, you don't adjust. Adjusting in the feed means you reduce some important food supplement which shouldn't be reduced. Instead for you to adjust, you rather go for more cheaper raw material that will still give you what you need in order to have the complete supplements of food. That is, instead for you to adjust the supplements of the food, you rather go for a more cheaper raw material that will still give you the same supplement. Another thing is that if you are to formulate food, you have to know a lot of things about formulating food so that you make sure that the food that you are going to form will have a supplement that will still make your pig to grow healthy and strong. Otherwise, you will find that your pig will change and they may result in malnourishment or stunted pig or stop growing. Because a lot of people have made a lot of video or talk about how they formulate food and this, that, or that. Well, I don't discourage people formulating food. It's not bad to formulate food, but the point is that if you are to formulate food, you have to know the quantity of carbohydrate, the quantity of fat and oil, the quantity of protein, and all the 6 classes of food. Your pig need those 6 classes of food. That is why most of the people that are producing this food and selling to us, they will consider a lot of things. They will have a lot of mixtures in the food so that we will have a complete mixture of feed that will make our pig to grow healthy. So if you resort to formulate your own, that means you got to put a lot of things into consideration. You must know a lot of things about formulating food. before you go into that. Otherwise, you may discover that instead for your pig to grow, they rather become stunted, and that would not be good with you. You will not make your gain. Yes. When we talk about formulating food, do not forget that your pig need energy. Your pig need energy. That's when we talk of energy that will supply them with or food that will supply with the energy, and that is carbohydrate. Whatever food you are going to formulate, do not forget that your pig need 55 to 60% of carbohydrate every day. 55 to 60% of carbohydrate every day. Yes. And most of the things that produce this carbohydrate, well, sometimes we know these days are costly. Yes. But I'm also going to say that because of the high cost of raw material that will produce carbohydrate to the pigs, a lot of people return to vegetation like leaves, peels, crops, and grasses in order to use them, dry them up, grind them, and turn them to become a source of energy. But I want to tell you that vegetable cannot supply your feed with energy, no matter what you do with them. Vegetables or cover crops cannot supply your pig with energy. So if somebody tell you, or you get from crops, vegetable, dry them and grind them and think that they will supply your pig with energy, that is wrong. Vegetable cannot supply your pig with energy. Another point is protein. Most of the people who are formulating food will forget entirely about the protein part of the feed. They will forget entirely about the protein that your pig needs in order to grow and become strong. And also, it is this protein that will fight disease in the body of your pig, because your pig needs immunity in order to stand and fight, to stand and withstand some diseases. If your pig do not have these proteins and iron and all the rest of the mineral, if they come in contact with any of the disease, most of them the swine fever that we had also, they will not be able to stand because their body is very weak. Their body lack protein and some other vitamin. So what I'm saying in essence is that if you are to formulate food, that means you have to know about the 6 classes of food, and your raw material must be the one that involve most of these 6 classes of food. And you must also know how to mix them in order to make it balance in your food supplement or in your food supply. If this is not balanced in your food supply, that means instead for your pig to grow and give you a high productive result, they would rather give you a low productive result, which is not good with you as a farmer. So as I'm saying, the very important thing you must know when formulating food is number 1. You must know that your pig needs a lot of carbohydrate, but not 100% carbohydrate. They need only 55 to 60% of carbohydrate. Then the rest will be a combination of protein, fat and oil, and other minerals. If your food formulation can have all these facts or all these food supplements, that means that your formulation is okay. I'm not discouraging formulating of food, but I'm saying if you want to formulate food because of high cost of prices, that means you must know what you are formulating and also understand what is involved in producing food, so that you can still make increase in your farm and do not discover that your pig is getting stunty instead of growing fine. Well, that was your Green Pig Grow, giving you a tips and how you got to do if you are to formulate food. But if you will not be able to formulate food, it's better you buy the one that is already on sale, because those who produce the one that is on sale know what they are doing. Bye bye, till next time.